I have a woefully undersubscribed subreddit, so please do me a favour. If you're a Redditor, head on over to r/postmortem studios and talk about anything related to any of my shenanigans. Peace. Hello lovelies. Waking up this morning, I discovered that there's a big fuss in the tabletop community online about the Cortex system, particularly the licensing thereof. Now, as I recall, they've always offered a little bit of licensing, but not on particularly good terms anyway. And now with the Cortex Prime, they're offering new licensing options. I don't think anyone involved in this argument is particularly covered in glory at the moment. Look, as a game designer, as a writer, it is not incumbent upon me to make my stuff available to you openly, or any other game designer to make their stuff available to you openly. Like I say, maybe we've all been spoiled by the Open Gaming License, which is, you know, this big experiment. But nobody has to license their game to you. And if they do offer licenses, whether it be for fan content, community content, or allowing you to sell stuff based on their system or game or whatever, they're free to set whatever terms they want, and there's really fuck all you can do about it. Now, there are complicating factors here, like a late Kickstarter and promises and so on made, but at the heart of it, nobody owes you shit, basically. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, but that's just the way things are. So maybe you've gotten a bit too used to being given things for free, but it's not like these are the only terms and conditions that are restrictive and stupid. The old D20 license, not the OGL, the advertise it as tied to Dungeons and Dragons license, became more restrictive after the Book of Erotic Fantasy launched, for example. So the clauses about adult content that some people are up in arms about, that's nothing new, and is often a result of the exact kinds of people who are complaining about it. They want their adult content to be included. They don't want anyone else's adult content to be included, and shit just doesn't work that way. Alright, it just doesn't. You got to be open to everything, or you're saying that your idea of what can be restricted should be honoured and nobody else's should. It's an all or nothing situation. You can't demand special treatment when it comes to these sorts of things. Sorry, not sorry. The crux of the matter is none of this really matters anyway. If you are that dead set on using the Cortex system for whatever, then there is nothing stopping you copying it. Right? It is an open secret within the gaming community that you cannot copyright mechanics, only their expression. So there is absolutely nothing whatsoever stopping you from cloning their mechanics, using a different expression, different wording, different examples, shit like that, and putting it out as an open system, and then everyone using that instead. Right? It's really just a courtesy. Maybe the dressing on the book or advertising your compatibility, that's all you're paying for, or even not paying for, offering up your rights in exchange for if you go with their license. And it's not the only bad license. Like I said, the old D20 license, the current DM's Vault means you get gouged when you could just release it under the OGL and get more money from your product. The bad licenses abound, attempts to have bad licenses abound, but there's nothing they can do to stop you slapping together your own version of Cortex, call it prefrontal or something, just to mock their lack of planning or understanding of the community. So yeah, just do that. It's a bad license. The world abounds with bad licenses, but there is nothing whatsoever to stop you circumventing it. Just don't be a dick about it like Daniel Fox. Zang.
One more thing.
Don't be a stupid, horrible reaching, purity spiraling cunt like this jackass, who cares if the designer's cousin's friend's fiance has politics you don't like? That's so many steps removed and so far apart from decision making at the actual practical level, and harms so many people who probably do have political or social alignment with you, that this kind of abject degree of purity spiral is just pointless. Right? If you go looking for problems, you will always find them. Confirmation bias is a thing. So again, just clone the system, make your own version, call it prefrontal, away you go. Zang.
In his house in R'lyeh, great Cthulhu lies dreaming, and when he awakens, he shall have the morning wood of aeons. Call of Cthulhu is a deeply pornographic card game. Enjoy your tentacles.